How do we handle guilt? It's interesting. Some expert, when I asked him about emotions, we were talking about different emotions. I said, what about guilt? He said, guilt is not an emotion. That took me by surprise. When you're feeling guilty, what are you experiencing? Shame, regret, responsibility. We know what those things feel like. What does guilt feel like? Nobody knows. So guilt really isn't a relationship. Guilt is the feeling that some relationship has been damaged. So it's not necessarily a feeling of responsibility. I can be damaged and it's not even my fault, which is real damage. Isn't even my fault, and yet I'm the damaged one. Guilt means I am not as lovable or acceptable or respectable as I used to be. Something happened and I have lost value to someone. Biblically speaking, you're guilty because God doesn't love you the way he used to. God doesn't value you the way he used to. Whether that's true or not is irrelevant. In the same way that a person who had been abused or molested thinks that nobody's going to love them now. Who's nobody? My husband, my wife, my parents, my future husband, my future wife. I'm damaged goods. That's the feeling of guilt. And so it doesn't help to say, oh, but it wasn't your fault. I know it wasn't my fault, but I'm damaged. So all damage is in relationship to someone. God or human, even to yourself. I don't like myself the way I used to. Why did I do this to me? So the guilt feeling is, why did you do this to me? Identify who has been damaged, which relationship has been damaged, and fix it. But the idea that I can't forgive myself, that's just self-sabotage.